acquired lands, Governor Udom Emmanuel commends Nigerian Air Force for efforts in curbing activities of insurgents in the north. Government creates additional clans in the state. University of Uyo holds 17th public lecture. And People's Democratic Party honors former executive members who won election into Legislative House. Details shortly. A very good morning to you and welcome to AKBC 45 News. My name is Edu Ikon and I'm with the news this morning. First, we apologize for being the news behind schedule. This is due to the circumstances beyond our control. We thank you for your understanding. Governor Udom Emmanuel has congratulated the Nigerian Air Force on its determination to curb the activities of the insurgents in the northern parts of the country. Mr. Udom Emmanuel made the commendation when he received the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, in his office. Colonel Edem reports that the Chief of Air Staff was accompanied on the visit by some top-ranking officers of the force.
Governor Udom Emmanuel said Nigerians have come to appreciate the country's efforts now more than ever, given its role in ensuring restoration of peace in some parts of the north. Mr. Udom Emmanuel, who said he has seen great future in the country, called the Nigerians to learn to appreciate what they have at hand, stressing that it's only then they would be able to build on it. He observed that Nigeria is blessed in skilled manpower in several economic sectors, adding that his administration was bent on developing these for sustainability.
This is an opportunity to say very big congratulations, and the Nigerians are proud of the Air Force. Same thing with other armed forces, and how they are able to curb the activities of insurgents in the northeast, and not just northeast. They've shown that actually they are well equipped and they are well trained.
Speaking earlier, the Chief of Air Staff, Air Marshal Sadiq Abubakar, said he was in the state to discuss with the governor on possibility of establishing an Air Force forward operating base in the state, as well as inspect facilities at the Air Force Comprehensive Secondary School Uyo, which he described as the best in West Africa, and to see how to add value to it for the good of the students. Air Marshal Abubakar briefed the governor on the activities of his command, stressing that the Air Force is well positioned to tackle the nation's security challenges, which includes vandalism in the South-South.
In the South-South, you know the issue of vandalism, you know the issue of pipeline destruction by certain criminals. And I think we're doing everything humanly possible. That is what the Navy, the Army, and the Air Force to see how we can address this challenge.
Colonel Edem Efreti reporting.
The state government says it is exploring amicable ways of solving the problem of trespassing government lands at Enion, Anwa, Ise, and other acquired estates in different parts of the state, rather than outright demolition of structures as insinuated by the trespassers. The Commissioner for Lands and Town Planning, Mr. Wem Itaituk, stated this when he appeared before the House of Assembly Joint Committee on Lands, Town Planning, and Public Petitions to explain the circumstances surrounding the numerous petitions received by the House on the matter. Uyoko Uswa has the details.
The Commissioner said although trespassing on government property contravenes the law and is punishable under the Criminal Code, his ministry was already making tremendous progress in matching the trespassers with the original allottees to ensure the trespassers were not overexploited. Mr. Tuk, however, noted that structures on areas which were designated for roads and drainages would not be spared by the development control measures, as they would be demolished. He also advised members of the public to conduct proper research before acquiring properties and to desist from patronizing fake and unregistered surveyors.
We have retired military generals, that cannot even access their we have retired military deputies. We have people like serving chief judges, serving judges, magistrates who are now serving. They are this morning were deducted from their salaries. And a lot of people who have their half of opportunity, have their duty. They do you to find this chart?
The chairman of the House Committee on Lands and Town Planning, who is also the chief whip of the House, Mr. Emmanuel Ekpenyong, commended the ministry for devising peaceful solutions to the problem. Mr. Ekpenyong, who represents the Unit State constituency, urged the ministry to adequately sensitize the public on ways of avoiding the purchase of government properties and the danger of such actions.
That the Honorable Minister of Lands is actually trying to see where to propose solutions to the pending problems with housing estate, and then we also agree here that on Monday when you start the actual going around to do the demarcation, that this Honorable House will also accompany you to see where people have encroached on government property. What we are doing is to give you power, because power is gotten from here in House of Assembly, so that at the end you will be vindicated.
Several members of the committee took turns to ask questions and bare their minds on the issue, most of which blamed relevant agencies of government for not taking sufficient measures to protect government-acquired properties from encroachment, thereby making unsuspecting members of the public vulnerable to fraudsters. Uyoko Swa reporting.
The 17th public lecture of the University of Uyo on the theme, A Justice Conundrum, Redressing Human Rights Abuses in Africa, has been held. The lecture, which was jointly organized by the Directorate of International Programs and the Department of Communication Arts, took place at Worth Ethel Hall, University of Uyo Annex. The Paul reports that the 17th public lecturer was Professor John Silverman from England.
The lecture of the Vice Chancellor of the University of Uyo, Professor Efiong Essien, who was represented by the Vice Chancellor, lauded the organizers for their interest in imparting knowledge to others in the university community. The Vice Chancellor noted that the theme of the lecture is very apt, is that human rights, especially in Africa, have been trampled upon. He appreciated the guest lecturer for taking pains to come all the way from England to deliver the lecture, which according to him is very fundamental, and advised the audience to take advantage of the lecture.
Africa as a continent is still experiencing conflict situations. The common feature in these situations is the blatant and gross human rights violations. These violations are occasioned by oppressive and autocratic regimes. Regrettably, the architects go about.
Introducing the guest lecturer to the gathering, Dr. Nnamdi Ekenyawu said Professor John Silverman is a celebrated broadcaster, professor of media, award-winning correspondent in British Broadcasting Corporation (BBC), an international publisher, and a criminal justice analyst.
Professor Silverman is the co-director of the Center for International Media Analysis, Research and Consultancy, CIMAC, at the University of Edinburgh.
The guest lecturer, Professor John Silverman, said upholding the fundamental human rights of people, especially in Africa, is still a noble dream. Professor Silverman noted that about 81 countries of the world lack freedom of expression and freedom of the press, but rather practice marginalization as well as engage in one form of conflict or the other, even after the Declaration of Human Rights by the United Nations on December 10, 1948. The guest lecturer mentioned causes of abuse of human rights to include poverty, frustrated democracy, unfair judgments by international courts of justice and other courts, high debt profile, and incessant wars. He prefers solutions to uphold human rights which, according to him, include resolution of conflict, social relativism, collective security, accountability in democracy, and equity in judiciary, as well as total freedom of the press.
Intellectual reflection on entrenched customs. And he has a very useful analogy. He says that the concept of individual rights is not a plateau that you get up to a point and then you sit there and say, well done, you've got there. And I think that's a very useful way of understanding the development of international justice as a steady accretion of practice in providing accountability for human rights abuses.
The health of the lecturer, Director of International Programs, Dr. Ekanem Ekanem, and Dr. Nnamdi Ekenyawu, Head of Department of Communication Arts, said the lecture was aimed at bridging the gap between communication and law. Reactions followed from Professor Des Wilson on political implementation of international law, Professor Enora, who sought to know who should define justice, while Professor Trencharibia asked how the membership of International Criminal Court is constituted. The event featured presentation of Junior Scholar Travel Grant to Mrs. Idorenyo and Dr. Godspar Udo for a biennial conference later this year in Sierra Leone. Iyageno Paul reporting.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs and Social Welfare, Dr. Glory Emmanuel, Edith, has called on the people of the state to remain focused, patriotic and supportive of the Governor Udom-led administration in order to ensure good governance and equity for Akwa Ibom people. The Commissioner made the call while hosting the Akwa Ibom Consolidation Alliance ACA in a chapter. The Commissioner recalled the gallantry role, hard work, dedication, time and energy exerted by members of ACA during the campaign and encouraged them to remain loyal and steady. The Commissioner appealed for unity, harmony, and peace among members of the group, stressing that any group that is full of strife and dissension cannot record any meaningful development. After they advised the group to eschew violence, blackmail, social vices, and other anti-party activities, but embrace love, the fear of God, and good societal values, as well as the Dakota spirit. The Commissioner noted that the Governor's victory at the polls and subsequent confirmation by the Supreme Court leaves citizens of the state with no doubt that Governor Udom Emmanuel is the man God has ordained to lead the Akwa Ibom people and develop the state. She thanked the Governor and wife, Mrs. Martha, for displaying passion and commitment to the various people-oriented projects and programs.
His Excellency Governor Udom Emmanuel made the honor in the local government. All the world, Abaibel and Saliba, they are in Marado, Akebene will come and Amutemu. After the 17 years, I did all of you. You still go up and Amutemu for training Adana. They will
The chapter coordinator of ACA NNE, Mr. Ibo Abba, expressed gratitude to the Commissioner for keeping faith with the Governor Udom's vision of providing dividends of democracy and good governance to the people. He noted that the Commissioner has brought political stability, peace and order to the local government area and thanked the Governor for making the people feel the warmth of government by initiating good and life-changing programs for the people and pledged the group's loyalty to the government. He noted that the Commissioner has brought political stability. Sorry about that. The chairman of the People's Democratic Party in the state of Ompolepo has assured party faithful that the party will continue to produce competent and credible leaders whose interest is to develop the state and the nation. The party chairman stated this during a reception and award presentation organized for former executive members of the party who won election into legislative houses. Anatia Python tells us more.
Those who received award for their distinguished service to the party are the state chairman of the party, Obon Paul Ekpo, former deputy chairman of the party and now member Federal House of Representatives, Mr. Nse Ekpenyong, former treasurer of the party and now member Federal House of Representatives, Mrs. Owidige Ekbotai, former organizing secretary of the party and now member representing Ibesikbo Asuten State Constituency in the House of Assembly, Mr. Aniekan Oko. Others were members representing Esreket and in his state constituencies, Mr. Osoro Akwanuso and Emmanuel Ekpenyong. Obon Paul Ekpo said that the party's ideology is to provide the dividends of democracy to the grassroots. He said the party has shown a high sense of commitment by making sure that it occupies all the political offices in the state. He used the occasion to thank the party for deeming him fit to lead the party and thank God for seeing the party through in the rerun election in 4 state constituencies.
The House should continue to be very steadfast, to continue to support the executive for the people of Okwebu to continue to enjoy the benefit that the good governance of PDP has brought to bear in our state.
Also speaking, the deputy chairman of the party, who doubled as the chairman reception planning committee, Sir Michael Esang, said the party deemed it fit to celebrate those whose services in the party cannot be ignored, noting that their effort in the party has yielded fruit. Sir Esang said the decision of the party to pass a vote of confidence on the state governor, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, to go beyond 2019, as well as the party chairman, Obon Paul Ekpo, to lead the party once more, is as a result of their selfless service and their exceptional leadership qualities.
For every good work, there are rooms for more works to be done. And so we agreed that we should allow him to remain beyond 2019.
In his goodwill message, the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Barrister Onofioglu, commended the party for their maturity and understanding existing in the party. Barrister Luke pledged the cooperation of the House to the state government and the party which facilitated their emergence. He thanked the party for the role it played in the rerun election of some House members whose elections were cancelled and the support given him since his emergence as the Speaker of the 6th Assembly.
Let me, on behalf of my colleagues, thank the great party for the effort, the support shown. You supported His Excellency the Governor, the Udom Emmanuel, and the Senate Minority Leader and the entire elders of the state to help us to traverse.
Responding on behalf of the honorees, Mr. Nse Ekwenyong thanked the party for honoring them and promised to live to the expectation of the party.
It's not about the party issue. Relationship in the National Assembly, all of us are elected as a National Assembly. It is only when it has anything that concerns the party.
Anietie Apaitam reporting.
The state governor, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, has approved the creation of new clans in 3 local government areas of the state with effect from 24th March 2016. The Okana clan, it is known, has been split into Okana West clan and Okana East clan. The newly created Okana West has 23 villages. There are Ikot Ntwen, Ikot Angwo, Ono Ikotosom, Ikot Okwetem, Ikot Apabio, Atani Korokoro, Ikot Ide, Ikot Odatem, Ikot Inam, Ikot Ede, Ono Nkoipu, Ikot Abancha, Ikot Odoiden, Ikot Ayara, Ikot Afawa, Okanawa West, Ikot Odoipa, Ikot Boito, Ikot Otu, Nto, Ikot Aban, Ikot Ankan, as well as Ikot Adia. The newly created Okana East has 19 villages. There are Ikot Ukwa, Ikot Asom, Ikot Etan, Ikot Akbanesien, Ikot Afong, Ikot Esien, Ikot Akbanesang, Ikot Afong, Ibo, Ikot Esidomo, Ikot Akbanifia, Ikot Aparen, Ikot Aboedom, Ikot Eso, Ikot Akbaneyang, Ikot Ekun, Okana Owa East, Okana South, as well as Okana Korandem. Our clan in another local government has also been split into Awa Afa and Asuna Nwoku clans. Villages that now fall under Awa Afa clan are Awaiman, Awandu, Afaupio, Awanko, Awatai, Afaratai, Ikot Edemodo, Ikot Apanpe, Ikot Nkang, and Ntan Idepe. The villages for Asuna Nwoku clan are Ikot Abaniship, Edemidum, Ikot Abonship, Ikot Iseship, Abariship, Norko Ekanem, Ikot Bong, Ikoro Banko, Ikoro Daisang, Ikoro Song, Ikoro Dieke, as well as Akiapa. The Director General of AKDC, Pastor Letupe, has charged the people of the state to explore the innate power and natural endowment in them to achieve greatness. He was speaking at the annual conference and reunion of the old boys of the Samuel Bill Theological College, Abak, in Uyo, on the theme, The Achiever in You. The event was held at Ambrosti Hotel, Uyo. The story is presented.
Daniel who spoke on the theme of the conference, expressed optimism that everyone can be great, as according to him, everyone was created to be an achiever. He said there is great synergy when people work together, adding that the body will be great if they continue to unite and pursue a common goal. Drawing an analogy from the founder of the college, Reverend Samuel Bill, Pastor Okwe said he braved all odds to bring the gospel down to Africa, pointing out that the old boys should borrow a leaf from their founder. He, however, added that in a bid to attain greatness, there is a price to pay.
I believe that everyone in this room is an achiever. I believe that everyone can be an achiever. And I believe that everyone will be an achiever. I believe that everyone was created to be an achiever. I believe that you can choose to be an achiever or you may choose not to be an achiever. It's a matter of choice and being ready to pay the price of being an achiever.
Declaring the conference open, the international president of the association, Pastor Utap Obot, said the reunion was meant to take a proper stock of the socio-economic well-being of the members. He charged them to bring to bear what had been inculcated into their lives during their studentship period to impact the society.
This is our 6th National Reunion Conference, and we start very greatly the achiever in us. Since 2010 to 2016, we have grown very maturely in progressing greatly, in keeping contact, remaining united, growing in progress as a happy and a very big happy family.
In a lecture on the theme of the conference, The Achiever in You, a Port Harcourt-based lawyer, Barrister Edwin Jonathan, admonished members of the Samuel Bill Theological College Old Boys Association to be focused in their day-to-day activities. Others who spoke were the Chairman Planning Committee, Mr. Ubong-Yang, who thanked his colleagues for the massive turnout at the event, as well as the Emeritus International President and Patron, Mr. Mmemudosen, who lent his voice to the conference. Institution, Mr. Churchill Tomudo, spoke on, if you think enough, what you have is enough. High point of the event was the rendition of the old school songs of the institution by the members.
One of the leading telecommunications companies in the country, Etisalat Nigeria, recently stormed the University of Uyo with its Cake First Campus Activation Show. The event aimed at educating and entertaining the students took place at the University of Uyo main campus, Uyo. Our correspondent, Ebuka Okafo, reports that the event featured performances by artists from the entertainment industry. This report.
The Clickfest Campus Activation, which was introduced in the year 2012, has witnessed and has stalled many universities in the country. The specialist youth segment of Etisalat Nigeria, Michael Ngose, said that Etisalat is committed towards developing Nigerian youths for them to realize their potentials. First is an avenue for Nigerian youths to display their talents to the world, describing Clickfest as a strong driver to support the youths. Mr. Ngose noted that youths form the 70% of the Nigerian population, adding that Etisalat will continue to give the youths priority.
Etisalat Nigeria. We believe in Nigerian youth, and we are tapping into some of the youth passion points that we know, which is around sports, which is music, and which is the academic activity also on campus. So we are using this platform to see how we can empower Nigerian youth to succeed. Because at Etisalat Nigeria, we are committed to the development of Nigerian youth.
The manager consumer segment of Etisalat Nigeria, Debo Agun, said the Clickfest is a strategic event centered on grooming the youths, pointing out that the event will activate their dreams. He said Etisalat Nigeria is the youthful brand.
The overall benefit of Clickfest, like I said, it's an education, sports, and entertainment event. The truth as well is our higher institutions are the place where we groom the leaders of tomorrow.
The event featured 5 aside football tournaments, which saw the black jersey emerge winner, rap competition, dancing competition, raffle draw, and ball lifting. Prizes that were won includes a new Kia Picanto, mobile phones, trophies, cash, t-shirts, and other prizes. At the end of the raffle draw, a 100-level student of Biochemistry Department of the university, Daniel Mfambasi, emerged the winner of the brand new car. Also, Akoria Mbong, who emerged the best rapper, smiled home with a cash prize of 50,000 naira.
I said right now, I give all the glory to God, and I thank Etisalat for doing this. You guys are really helping out students. I say thank you so much.
Artists like Timaya, Reminence, Kepeace, and Evil of the Nigerian Idol, amongst others, thrilled the crowd. Ebuka Okafo reporting.
Tribal State Governor Mr. Dele Manuel says for Nigeria to become great again, religious leaders and Christians must allow themselves to be used by God to effect the needed change in the country. Governor Emmanuel was speaking at the 14th convocation of the Sinu Kwadio Presbyterian Theological College, Itu, an affiliate of the University of Calabar. The governor, who was represented by his Special Assistant in Religious Matters, Reverend Daniel Akwatan, described Christians as light of the world, who must surrender themselves to God for the restoration of peace and unity in the society. While emphasizing the need for children of God to forgive one another, seek the path of justice, equity, and fairness, as well as stand for the truth, no matter the condition, the governor paid tribute to the Sinu Kwadio Presbyterian Theological College for its contributions to the growth of the society.
All of you came here in pursuit of an education that will help you transcend the quest for knowledge and to explore the meaning of life. Your educational and spiritual journeys within the walls of this college may seem personal, and they are, but they are also historic, in that you have paved the way for others to explore faith, philosophy, leadership, and theology.
In his remarks, the Vice Chancellor of the University of Calabar, Professor Zana Pagu, represented by Deputy Vice Chancellor Academics, Professor Florence Obi, said the Senate of the University approved the affiliation of the Sinu Kwadio Presbyterian Theological College in 2008, saying that since then, the college has been meeting the goals and aspirations of its founding fathers. Professor Pagu advised graduates to be good ambassadors of the alma mater, the University of Calabar, and use their positions as pastors to correct widespread moral decadence in the country. The rector of the college, Dr. Benebo Fabara Manuel, said the Sinu Kwadio Presbyterian Theological College, Itu, which was established in 1994, offers certificates and diplomas in theology, Bachelor of Theology, Bachelor of Divinity, postgraduate diploma in theology, and Master of Theology degree. Akwa United Football Club of Uyo records its first away victory as it defeated El Kanami Football Club of Katsina before a large, intimidating home crowd. Akwa United, which saw a return of under-23 national team player Obawakpai to its fold, opened scoring in the 5th minute of the encounter through Emeka Isaac. A stunned Katsina crowd and the El Kanami team had hardly recovered from the quick goal when Obawakpai worsened matters for them by slotting in the second goal for Akwa United 4 minutes later. El Kanami woke up from their slumber and started pushing men forward to reduce the tally and opened their rear from another Akwa United goal, which came from Chidozie Emmanuel in the 15th minutes of play to cause the home team supporters club to observe several minutes of silence. Throwing all it had in their arsenal against Akwa United, the home team were rewarded with a 43rd minute goal to bring scoreline to 3-1 in favor of Akwa United in the first half. On resumption of play in the second half, Akwa United had to dig it deep to thwart the offense of Al Kanami and also failed to increase their tally to 4. Scoreline remained 3-1 at the end of the proceedings in favor of the Federation Cup champions. Speaking with AKBC News from Katsina, the chairman of the club, Mr. Paul Bassi, praised the team for its performance, especially against a hostile crowd, and commended the league management company for putting up measures to sanitize the league, which resulted in away teams winning, drawing or losing matches fairly. Mr. Bassi commended the state government for the support to the team and expressed the hope that a top 3 finish was possible. With this victory, Akwa United now has 5 points on 9 matches with 4 wins and 3 draws. Remember, you can watch AKBC TV News online by logging on to akbc.org or follow us on Twitter at AKBC45 or like our Facebook page at AKBC Channel 45. And now to conclude the news, a look at some of the major stories. The government has created additional clans in the state. The additional clans are in the Sunodum, Ona and Uran local government areas. Also brought you reports that the University of Uyo held its 17th public lecture. And that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Go enjoy the weekend.
The glory of